Hello YouTube, EMP's Blendnet60 here doing the deck vid for the gadget deck. One thing real quick, confirming my prize came in the mail. Haha, wanna see it? Oops, I emptied it already. It's in 2 decks now. Black and its own new deck. Okay. Those might show up later, but we'll get off on this thing first. First thing, of course, the big guy. This is from basically Structure Deck 10, little modifications, not too much. Gladiatorian Dragon, Ancient Gear, or however you say that big, long G word, that's a pain. Very nice. I know a couple people who like using this in a Mechana deck. Fine, and this just by itself, don't need any Mechanas in this thing to make it work. Well, maybe one. Ancient Gear Golem, big old 3 grand beat stick that does piercing damage and soars over spells and traps. Gladiatorian Chimera, once again, gets different effects due to whatever I use it for tribute, if it's a gadget. Let's see here. Green gains 300 attack. Red, if it successfully attacks my opponent directly, I get extra 500 point bonus. And yellow, this card destroys your opponent's monster by battle and inflicts 700 points of damage to your opponent. So it gets different effects, depending on which. Engineer 15, but with Gear Town it is easily normal summonable without a tribute. Plus, it also soars over spells and traps. It can't be targeted by trap cards because it just destroys them. And it destroys a spell or trap every time it attacks. So that's always fun. Ancient Gear Beast, 2 grand, also soars. I think that's pretty much what all his effect does. 5-star, but once again, Gear Town, he's out there. Cyber Dragon, just added in something fun. That is from Mechana Mayhem, I know. Blah, 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 I don't care. Ancient Gear Knight, just a little extra throw in, 1800. He's a Gemini, unfortunately, so he doesn't get a soar over spells and traps until after the Gemini summon. Shredder, just to pop level 4s once in a while. It's always fun to do. Ancient Gear Soldier also soars over spells and traps. Downside, he's 13. Plus side, I got Solidarities in this deck, so I really don't care. Boot up Soldier Dread Dynamo. I did put an armored unit in this thing. Basically, the deck's all Earth types except for the one Cyber Dragon, so I put this at the tail end of an attack. 0 attack, put it in defense mode. Nothing can go over the 200 or 2 grand defense, then hey, no more attacks. And of course, it's a gadget deck, 2 full sets. That's pretty much all the standard. You can actually kind of see the difference between the Mechana Mayhem and the SD10 gadgets. The Mechana Mayhem gadgets are a little darker. 2 Ancient Gears are mostly just special summon if there's another Ancient Gear out there. Get 2 of them, Tribute, Gear Golem, have fun. And then 2 cannons just for more fun. You can tribute this thing, inflict 500 points of damage, and no one can activate trap cards during the battle phase. Could be downside for you, or it could be big plus side if you got something that doesn't soar over trap cards. Like I said, there's 2 solids in here. There's also 2 Gear Towns. 3 just made me mad. I kept getting 2 in my hand all the time, so I just eventually dropped 1. And I still end up getting 2 in my hand once in a while, so apparently I got rid of the wrong one. Swords, stall, mallet, because, well, it's a gadget deck, and these apparently like each other, and they like staying in my hand, so, grr. Mechanized armor, little special summon after they die, just to keep something around. Ancient Gear Castle can be used. Boost all Ancient Gears, an extra 300 attack. Last time I checked there were 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I just checked. Shut up. There's 11. Plus, every time a monster's normal summoned, it gets a little castle counter thing, whatever the counter's called, and it can be used as a tribute substitute for tribute summoning of an Ancient Gear monster. Ancient Gear Factory, swarm 1 back from the graveyard. There, however that works. No, wait, no, it's normal summon from hand. Never mind. It's remove from the graveyard. Shrink for fun. E-controller, more fun. 2 Sakuretsus, because that's what it came with, and I didn't feel like screwing with that. That's my touch though. Draining Shield and Half or Nothing. Half or Nothing's so much fun. If you don't got a Mirror Force, run Half or Nothing. Because you're either going to get half damage for direct attacks, which probably won't kill you, or if you got something out there that, oh, let's say, Yellow Gadget. So basically anything 24 and over can get over it. But what's the chances of something out there being 24 or over? It's completely impossible if the 3 grands are out there. And of course, Draining Shields just stop, get life points back. Ordeal runs a lot of interference, even though it's kind of dumb in a gadget deck, but you know what, it stalls enough. Your opponent declares an attack, they get to choose 1 card out of their hand. Call it either monster, spell, or trap. They call wrong, the attacking monster gets bounced. They call right, the attack goes through. Very simple. And then Compulsion, just because it's even more fun. Stronghold, easy pop-up tribute for later use, 2 grand defense, and who knows, once in a while I do get to use it for its 3 grand beat stick status. And that's how I do it, Ultimate Offering. And Ceasefire used to be in this deck, but regionals, of course, teach you so much, so I switched it out for a Magical Hat. But in the duel that you're going to see, Ceasefire was used. So, that is the Ancient Gear deck. Don't forget to do the thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Remember, it's thumbs up now. If you try to rate 5 stars, you might have a problem, because it's just going to be a eh or a eh. That might confuse you, but don't get confused. It's really easy. It's 2 buttons now. Later.